Japan, long celebrated for its technological prowess, now faces a digital dilemma at the heart of its government. The National Diet is urgently debating how to manage the chaos and harm of social media without sacrificing innovation or free expression. For years, Japan trusted tech companies to self-regulate, but recent crises, misinformation during disasters, tragic cyberbullying, have shattered that trust. The debate is no longer theoretical, it's a cultural turning point, forcing Japan to rethink its relationship with technology and society. Lawmakers led by Prime Minister Takaichi Sanae agree that inaction is no longer an option. The challenge: create a uniquely Japanese solution that protects citizens while preserving the nation's tech leadership. Copying foreign models won't work. Japan's legal traditions and social fabric demand a tailored approach. The goal is clear: build digital guardrails that safeguard the vulnerable and foster a safer online environment. This debate will redefine Japan's digital identity and could set a global precedent. The outcome will shape the future of technology, freedom, and responsibility for generations to come. Japan's debate echoes a global struggle over social media's power and peril. Europe's Digital Services Act sets strict rules for platforms, prioritizing user safety and transparency. The US, meanwhile, is mired in political gridlock, with only fragmented state laws and fierce free speech debates. Some Asian nations have veered toward censorship, while others, like Japan, seek a balanced approach. Japanese lawmakers are studying these models, learning from both successes and failures. Tokyo aims for a third way, protecting citizens and democracy without sacrificing an open internet. The world is watching to see if Japan can chart a new, effective path. The stakes are high. The right framework could influence digital policy far beyond Japan's borders. The Diet's decisions will ripple across the global tech landscape. The line between online and offline harm in Japan has vanished. Tragic cases of cyberbullying and misinformation during disasters have forced lawmakers to act. High-profile incidents, celebrities targeted, families devastated, have exposed the failures of self-regulation. The question of responsibility is urgent. Is it the user, the platform, or the government? Children and teens, spending hours online daily, face grooming, bullying, and exposure to harmful content. Recent legal reforms raise the age of consent and criminalized voyeurism, but many say it's not enough. The debate is now about preventing real harm, not just setting abstract principles. These stories have galvanized public demand for stronger protections and accountability. Japan is moving from a hands-off approach to building a safer digital society for all. In disaster-prone Japan, accurate information can save lives. Social media, once a tool for connection, now spreads panic with fake images and false evacuation orders. Misinformation during crises has overwhelmed official channels, endangering public safety. The government's warnings about megaquakes are now shadowed by fears of infodemics. Lawmakers are demanding tech companies prioritize official sources and swiftly flag falsehoods. The COVID-19 pandemic showed that health misinformation can be just as deadly. Relying on platform self-regulation is no longer an option. Ensuring information integrity is now seen as a matter of national security. Japan is rethinking the role of social media in emergencies. The new framework must protect truth when it matters most. Online harassment in Japan has left deep scars, especially among the young. High-profile tragedies have made cyberbullying a national crisis, shattering the country's sense of social harmony. Teens and young adults are especially vulnerable, facing anxiety, depression, and social withdrawal. Legal reforms have targeted grooming and voyeurism, but critics say platforms still prioritize engagement over safety. Lawmakers are pushing for stronger protections, better age verification, safer settings, and robust reporting tools. The goal is to make child safety a core requirement, not an afterthought. Japan is determined to close loopholes and hold platforms accountable for protecting its youth. Lawmakers fear social media could undermine Japan's democracy. Algorithms amplify sensational content, creating echo chambers and filter bubbles. This dynamic threatens reasoned debate and makes the public vulnerable to manipulation. Even without major foreign interference, Domestic actors could exploit these weaknesses during elections. The new political landscape is more competitive and more at risk. Proposals focus on transparency, clearer labeling of political ads, better data for researchers, and rapid response to coordinated manipulation. The aim is to protect elections without stifling political speech. Japan is building defenses before a crisis strikes. Japan's lawmakers are moving from talk to action with a four-pillar plan. First, faster removal of harmful or illegal content, with clear timelines for platforms to respond. Second, greater transparency. Platforms must reveal how algorithms work and publish detailed moderation reports. Third, empower users with simple reporting tools and more control over their feeds. Fourth, real penalties for platforms that fail to comply, making safety a legal requirement, not just PR. The focus is harm reduction, making the internet safer without silencing legitimate voices. These measures aim to end the era of slow, inconsistent responses to abuse and misinformation. Transparency will shed light on how platforms operate, building public trust. User empowerment gives individuals agency to shape their online experience. Financial penalties ensure companies take their responsibilities seriously. This blueprint is Japan's answer to taming the digital frontier. The Diet's proposals could become a model for the world. Regulating social media means walking a tightrope between safety and free speech. Civil liberties groups warn that vague rules could chill public discourse and suppress dissent. Tech companies argue that moderating millions of posts in nuanced Japanese is a massive challenge. Automated systems often miss context, risking both over-censorship and under-enforcement. The debate centers on process, not content. Platforms must have transparent, fair systems for moderation. Lawmakers want clear rules, user appeals, and public reporting, not government control over speech. The goal is procedural justice, not state censorship. Japan seeks a solution that enhances safety and accountability while preserving open debate. The challenge is immense, but the stakes for democracy are even higher. The world is watching how Japan threads this needle. As Japan's Diet nears a decision, the nation stands at a digital crossroads. The challenge: curb online harms without trampling free expression or innovation. Success depends on a framework that is strong, flexible, and uniquely Japanese. Tech companies must invest in local expertise and better moderation tools. Excuses won't suffice. The era of self-regulation is over. Partnership with government and civil society is essential. Japan's approach could become a blueprint for Asia and beyond. The process, deliberate, balanced, and consensus-driven, may be as important as the law itself. The world is watching not just what Japan decides, but how it decides. The outcome will echo far beyond Tokyo, shaping the future of digital society. Japan's moment of reckoning could inspire a new global standard for the internet.